This Jocks 94.5 podcast is brought to you by Millennium Satellite and Video. Log on to msbnow.com. TV excellence everywhere. That's Millennium. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning starts now.
Welcome in, McElroy and Cubelic in the morning. 7 a.m. Tuesday, June 23rd, right here on Jocks. Glad you're with us. Watch live on YouTube, so it's Jocks 945. JocksFM.com if you need to listen online. There's the app if you need that and you're moving around. College World Series completed. Oklahoma maybe should have saved this one for the bad box score of the day. 13-2. They rout UNC last night. They finished 43-23, 14-16 in the SEC. Did not win an SEC tournament game. They're your national champions. They win the series 2-1. The SEC now has 7 straight national championships. This is the 6th different SEC team to win a national title since 2019. The 9th different SEC team to win the College World Series. It's Oklahoma's 3rd baseball title, first since 1994, and the 10th team to win at the last 3, or 10th team to win at least 3 College World Series titles total. In all college baseball. It's an impressive run. You go through, you saw the graphic in the game last night, 3 different conference champions that they eliminated in the postseason, GMAC. Oklahoma, not a team that we were talking about, but man, they found a way to get it done last night.
Amazing. And that's the cool thing about baseball, unlike so many other sports, right? It's like you get hot at the right time, the bats start getting hot. You have a guy in the College World Series that's 1 for 16 at the plate and drives in 6 last night. It's like
got it done.
That's what's so cool about baseball is like you never know what you're going to get day in, day out. That's what makes it cool to see it come down to a winner take all. And unfortunately, we didn't get a super competitive game, but still an entertaining game nonetheless.
Definitely got entertainment. Definitely got a little bit of drama just based on what certain players did and where Oklahoma was coming into this postseason, and they go get a national championship. Does it change the way you view the College World Series at all, or college baseball at all, based on sort of where Oklahoma was coming into this postseason?
No, it's kind of the way college baseball has been. I mean, we saw Ole Miss, last team in a couple years ago, go and win it. Oklahoma, a team that finished 11th in the SEC, go and win it. I mean, get hot at the right time. I think it just begs the question, and we'll take your phone calls next on 800 Paul on the Feinbaum show. Is the SEC... should they break away in baseball? You know, it's harder to win the SEC than it is to win the national championship, apparently. You know what I mean? That's the takeaway here.
Fair enough.
In all seriousness, though, like it's just an amazing sport. That's what's so cool about baseball. It's like every day is a different team. Every day is a different player. You're 1 game away from breaking out of the slump, and you're 1 game away from being in one. It's just peaking at the right time and kind of allowing the stars to align. When was the last time we saw the best team win the championship?
You and I differ on that just a little bit. I mean, I know we say sometimes based on seeding what the best team is. I think the best team is the one that goes and wins the tournament, because that is what is put in place to go actually win a championship. So you can say you're the best regular season team, or you're the best team during the regular season, but I don't see how you can go through the run that they went on and the teams that they went through and right now not be the best team. And we talked about that in college football before, of teams that have gotten hot late and teams that have been different late. Were they the best team in September, October, November? But if you were when the tournament started in December, then you're the best team. I've just always viewed the champion as the best team because of what they've accomplished and what they went and did. It's different schools of thought, but
I don't agree with that.
And that's fine.
A team that finishes the best, to me, is not necessarily always the best team. But we can agree to disagree. I'm great with that. I think it's beautiful. But baseball is played over the course of a 162-game season in major leagues. Over the course of college baseball, it's played over a 70-game season. And this is a team that was below 500 in the SEC. A team that finished 11th in the SEC regular season. Was seeded 11th when they were out here in Hoover just a few weeks ago. Did not win a game in the SEC baseball tournament. Made the field, and deservingly so, and got hot. You knock off a Georgia Tech team in the first regional round. You got to beat them twice to do so. You knock out a Kansas team that was hot week after that. You knock out Georgia, beat them twice. which is a remarkable feat in and of itself, who won the SEC regular season, and then you take care of business against North Carolina.
Kansas won the Big 12 too.
Yeah, you were the hottest team late. I don't think it necessarily proves that you're the best team, but that's what's beautiful about baseball and a tournament like this.
John, where would you be on this as far as best team? Is Oklahoma the best team in college baseball?
No, they won the national championship, but I don't think they're the best team.
That's where I am too.
800-239-9569. If you want to get in, you can tweet in at Mac and Cube. Are you the best team if you win the championship?
Not necessarily.
Well, yeah, you have answered that multiple times today. We know your mindset there. I'm just trying to process it. I mean, I totally understand where you guys are coming from, and I totally get it.
Then it shouldn't require a ton of processing. Do you understand where we're coming from?
Well, no, I think it's disrespecting the team that won it all.
Not at all. They were the best team at the end.
It's almost phrasing it as if they tripped into a national title.
No, they got hot at the right time.
Seems blasphemous.
No, they got hot at the right time, and they peaked at the right time.
You won 10 of your last 11.
Correct. After losing 7 in a row to finish the regular season.
You beat only top 8 seeds in Omaha. You outscored Georgia Tech 21-7 after you were down 8-2 on the brink of elimination. Mm-hmm. Swept Big 12 champion Kansas 21-3, outscored them.
Yeah.
Won against a North Carolina team that had proven to be pretty good.
Very.
And go on to be national champions. I mean, put Georgia out, who was the team that everybody thought was going to win it.
No doubt.
So if you did all of those things, how are you not viewed as the best team?
Why were you so average in the regular season then? If you're such a good team.
What were you playing for?
Exactly. Like, if you want to flip the switch, that's fine. That to me is not necessarily an indicator of the best team. The best team is the team that takes care of business from start to finish, which this team took care of business at the end. Tremendous amount of respect for how they finished the season, and love that they brought home another title for the SEC. I think it's great.
If the best team takes care of business from start to finish, who else took better care of things at the finish?
But the best team, did they need 23 wake-up calls along the way?
Maybe they were young and immature.
Perhaps.
Some people set multiple alarms in the morning. There's some people that are 4:05, 4:10, 4:15. Some people can't just wake up with one alarm.
Are they not the best person? What are we trying to say?
I guess not. I don't know.
Righting the wrongs of your performance and inconsistency throughout the regular season is not a bad thing. I think it's an amazing thing that you're able to persevere through those difficult times and ultimately come out the other side a calloused, well-rounded group. But there's a big difference between being a hot team and the best team. The hottest team won, for sure. But were they the best overall team from start to finish? I can't get on board with that.
Does start to finish matter? I mean, how many teams have won a national title in football at the end of September did we say that's the best football team in America?
Football used to be a little different because you actually had to be the best team from start to finish to actually win the championship because there was zero margin for error. So football was different. Now in football, you have some reprieve. There is some opportunities to kind of figure yourself out throughout the course of the season. You can stink for a month and still make the playoff. It was never allowed back in the day. You had to be at your best every week or you were dead. Dead. I still contend that in 2010, if we made the playoff, we win the championship. Why? Because we got our teeth kicked in a couple times and we became better from it. But we didn't have that luxury because we did not have the opportunity to overcome the inconsistencies we had earlier in the year. Like, that's the truth.
Damian, is the best team in a sport the one that won the championship?
No, not all the time.
I'm okay on this limb, by the way. I'll die on it. I'm fine. I think I see and can try to put myself in the thought process that you guys are saying of what you did 3 months ago and 4 months ago should make you the best team on earth. But
you don't have to use hyperbolic tendencies to further exemplify our point.
I actually believe that the accomplishment of winning the national championship, whatever that is, tournament, game, series, trumps some of the things that you're saying you did not do. Like that leapfrogs you ahead of, we were undefeated in the regular season, or we won the WAC. Whatever it is that you say makes you the best team in America.
See, but this is what Cole does. He uses winning the WAC
we
as like a reference.
Conference opponents by 57. Okay.
See,
but when it got to crunch time, when the expletive really matters, did you get it done? And the answer to Georgia is no.
Correct.
You're
the
not
answer
wrong.
to
Ole Miss is no. The answer to Alabama is no. Those teams. The answer to North Carolina is no. When it got to when it mattered, not series in Starkville, not Wednesday game against UAB, not Jacksonville State at home on a Thursday. When it got to when it mattered, you got it done. And because of that, I think you propelled to them being the best team.
Okay, see that
are the Knicks the best team in the NBA? Well, no, because Giannis just got traded, so we got probably have to debate that.
Well,
but,
yeah, hang on. Yep. Let me see what Get Up says.
See,
yep. No, not anymore.
Not yet.
See, this is what makes me mad about Eli Manning and in his career. It's the New York Giants weren't the better team. They were not the best team when they won the Super Bowl.
I'm glad you caught yourself to say they weren't the better team.
Oh,
They
yeah,
actually beat another team.
No,
Because that's going to be a whole different debate we can have with the people who say that when I just beat you and you tell me I'm not better than you.
I'll subscribe with you on that one. But they were not the best team that won the championship. Because the New England Patriots, at least the first one, they were undefeated. It's the chance of perfection. But Eli, he rose to the occasion. Congratulations.
See, Cole is just too simple. That's the problem. Like, Cole's too simple, and he looks at it purely in a binary sense. He thinks that Appalachian State is actually better than Michigan.
They were that day.
No, not better than Michigan.
They were that
Michigan was their own worst enemy in that performance.
No.
1,000%.
No, they were better than Michigan that day.
Can you beat yourself?
Oh.
What did we credit Indiana for being so great at?
Indiana was unbelievable. They were the best team.
Very, very old.
From start to
That's
finish.
the only reason.
Age.
Forgot about that.
Age.
They were the best team.
They executed better. They didn't make mistakes. Those were two of the things we put at the top of the list for why they were so good. They had talented players and players that overpowered people and ran past people, whatever that was. But the main thing that they did was they executed better, gave better effort, and didn't make mistakes that a lot of other teams made.
100%. This is what Cole is trying to say.
But
translation.
The Michigan team you're referencing, I don't even remember that game, so I'd have to go back and watch it. Like what? Who knows? All I know is Appalachian State was a better team.
Yes. Yes.
By the way, if you're making mistakes against yourself, that should take away you as a team.
Fair enough.
And what you're capable of.
Here's what Cole is trying to say. And I want everyone to understand where he's coming from with this, because I think this makes a lot of sense. What Cole is trying to say is that if you go undefeated in the regular season, doesn't really matter who you play. Doesn't really matter your level of competition. If you win the game, you're just better. So all that really matters, not about the level of competition you faced, not about the strength of schedule, not about this, not about that. Just if you win the game, you're the best. So therefore, Texas Tech, best team in America last year going to the playoffs. For sure. No doubt about it. James Madison.
I feel like I stood on a tall mountain.
James Madison. What about James Madison? You like them?
Good team.
What about Tulane?
They were good.
Did they win the championship? Which is where this argument originated, is that I said the team that wins the championship, which was Indiana, is the best team in the nation.
Correct. But what you're saying is the teams that win are the best teams. In general, generally speaking, the teams that win are the best teams. I'm not saying collectively, holistically, yes, we all aware that Indiana is the best football team in the country last year. I'm talking about playoff, deserving to be in the playoff. Because to you, if you just win the games, you should be in. We shouldn't factor in the other aspects of it. We should just, if you win the games,
it makes you a good team.
Yes, you should be in.
It takes a good team to win games. I did not know we shifted this to playoff qualification.
No, I'm just saying this is obviously Cole is a record guy. He's a record guy. That's what he goes with. That's it. Record guy. Not strength schedule, not deeper metrics.
You're obviously not a context guy, which
how many times have
should be taken into consideration with how you're shifting things here.
Interpreted me saying I think Nebraska can go bowling this year too. Nebraska's winning the national championship many times on this program.
How many 1-point losses did they have last year? Because we have to know that first.
Frankly, Iowa had all the close losses last year, so they took the throne.
They're going undefeated this year.
Yes,
they're the best team in America.
4 losses by 15 points. Iowa's actually the best team in America. Moving back to what we're discussing, and I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. So Cole is of the impression, because we can go back however many times last year, Let's just use the game that was probably the most polarizing on the schedule last year. Oklahoma, Alabama in Tuscaloosa, round one. Not round one of the season. I'm talking about the first time they played.
We got you.
Alabama outgained them, 2-1?
It was a lot.
Thereabouts.
It was definitely more.
Alabama lost the game by 2, correct? Mm-hmm. Alabama turned the ball over 4 times. One was a pick six. Alabama missed, I think, 2 field goals. Mm-hmm. And we both came out of that game thinking,
Didn't play well.
Alabama lost the game. Which team better?
How many phases of football are there?
Don't care. 2 that I recognize.
But
there's 3.
Gotcha.
Most people acknowledge 3, but I only care about 2.
You can outgain, but if you kick it in the stands every time, then you're still a better team.
Better sport without it. Moving on.
Won't argue. Have made the push to try to get kicking out of football. But
correct.
I think it's an interesting conversation. I think it's an
interesting
great
conversation.
Thought process. And I do see the context in which you're switching up of, hey, if you win your games during the regular season, you should automatically be considered the best team ever, and not necessarily saying that because obviously schedules are very different.
See, but he does this to himself. He said best team ever. No one said that. He uses these. He inserts guys. I want y'all to know. That's why he generates all this response. He inserts hyperbolic and superlative statements into the conversation that were not in the conversation before. Oh,
some people would reference that as being good at your job.
Well, it makes me mad. I don't care about the listeners.
It makes the listeners more mad.
I don't care. I don't want you to say they're the best team ever because they won their games. No, I say that according to you, they're the best team. If you win the game, you're the better team. Have to be.
I feel like the way that you're stating it removes the accomplishment of winning a national championship.
I'm not. I think what Oklahoma did was amazing.
I'm telling you the way it sounds to me, though, is to say, oh, you just won a national championship. By the way, you're not the best team in America.
No. But that's the beauty of baseball. It's the best team doesn't always win. That's I think
why is it only applicable to baseball?
Because baseball is a very random day. Like, it's very random. The best pitcher in America arguably goes out and throws 7 pitches, 5 balls, and allows 2 runs yesterday.
But are you the best team if you have to bank on one pitcher in baseball?
No, I mean,
probably not going to get very far.
It's
part of being a good team, though, is having some depth and having a rotation, having different guys come out of the bullpen.
And they were young. Oklahoma's got a lot of young players, and they made some great plays last night. For example, the guy that was about to score, this 2-1, they throw the guy out at third before the guy scores. Like an unbelievable play. Like, they were very opportunistic. It's a great throw. Opportunistic, athletic, just a fun team to watch, honestly. So I'm glad they won, not just because of the SEC ties, but I just think because they were a fun team to watch. They really were. They had great arms. They had great athleticism in the outfield. Like, they went from first to third. Like, they were just a good baseball team. It's a fun group to watch.
But it's not the best baseball team.
If you told me right now to start the season over and I can have one team in the country, I'm not taking Oklahoma. Still. Not.
We just watched them win a national title.
I understand that completely. But baseball is unique in the sense that the best team doesn't always win. You're a Yankee fan, and you've seen your team win one championship in the last 25 years, and they have had the best team probably 5 or 6 times.
No times have they. Not even close to it. They've had the most talent. They've had the best collection of talent a couple times, but have never been viewed as one of the best teams in baseball. You got a second baseman that's out there in the field with a blow pop in his mouth last night. How can you consider them the best team in baseball?
How do you know it was blow pop?
A bunch of savages. A bunch of morons outside of the center fielder and one starting pitcher.
Which one?
Garrett Cole, who got rocked last night.
I was about to say, remind me, not a good day to go on his defense.
It doesn't matter. You don't have to be good every day to be the best. That's what you just told us.
That's true.
It's true. It's true.
As we continue to just completely destroy our own points, one after another. But baseball is like Moneyball taught us. It's like a game of averages. It's a law of averages. It's over the course of time. Your best averaged out is going to put you in the best position to win, right? So, for example, if you hit 300 your whole career, you could have a stretch in which you're 1 for 15. And then you're going to have 3 games where
Not Tony Gwynn. That's why he was the best hitter ever.
It's true. It just never struck out. Then you're going to have a stretch and you go 16 of of 10 or 6 of 10, and that averages things out. It's just, man, I'd love to have that guy for the 3 games that he goes 6 for 10, as opposed to the 8 games that he went 1 for 20. That's the cool thing about baseball. It's all about timing and then peaking at the right time and averaging at the right time and making sure your best hitters are hitting and being opportunistic when runners are in scoring position, getting bat on the ball, like hitting it where they're not. I mean, you can hit the ball as hard as can be. I tell this to my sons all the time. Like, I don't care if you get out if you hit it hard, right? Like,
of course. That's it. I mean,
or you can hit a
all you
bloop
want
single.
from every young kid playing baseball.
Or you can hit a bloop
hard.
single and you're on base and you feel good because you're on base, but you hit it terrible. Like, that's the cool thing about baseball.
Not my 6.
That's why it's awesome.
I get it. The one thing with that, though, taking down the route that you just mentioned there, is like, I don't think that Skip can sit there and say, get the bats going. It's postseason.
No,
again, part of what makes you a great team is this is the time to do it. And how many people collapse in big moments? How many people make it to the Super Bowl? I mean, Will Campbell in the Super Bowl last year, people think he's terrible at football.
Well, it was not just Super Bowl. It was like 4 games.
Okay. You can say he's terrible at football. I'm
No,
going to avoid that for right
he's
now.
He's going to be a good guard.
Maybe North Carolina has some outfielders that are going to be good infielders. I don't know. But they didn't win a national championship last night. We will continue that conversation. Want to hear from you on it. Does the best team win the national championship? I don't even know how to phrase this via Twitter to ask without getting a bunch of smart aleck responses.
Is the national champion the best team?
I mean, I think that's going to bring in a lot of smart responses.
I think any of it that I post is going to, but
because Oklahoma will definitely take it well, for sure. It's one thing we learned.
Yeah, there's one thing we know.
Cole has found out the hard way last year.
Yeah, there are. I think I'm good with Oklahoma fans right now. I think there's only one fan base that still just doesn't like me.
Well, that's because you tried to recruit their running back 8 years ago.
Little did they know.
Right.
I was working for Ohio State.
Just
Ryan Day was in my DMs.
It's just wrong
Help
school.
me, man.
Manchurian candidate.
Can you
Cole
get that
Cubelic.
center at Alabama too?
Yep.
I know they hate him, so you can probably help me get him. Yep. Do you believe the national champion in any sport is the best team in that sport for that season?
I don't think you have to say national because you can imply college or pro by just saying champion.
Do you think the crowned champion is the best team?
Does the best team always win the championship? I think that's the best way to phrase
Is
it.
the best team? Yeah.
No,
Does the
then
best-
that takes away from the fact that they've already won it. I need to make sure that people know they've already won it, because that accomplishment needs to be highlighted, not, meh,
Yeah.
you just won a title. Just knocked out 3 conference champions. And the best hitting team that we've seen in 20 years of baseball. Whoops. They're out.
Out. See ya.
Better
Bye.
team got them. The home run derby team didn't win it.
What?
Fair.
The best home run derby team didn't win it.
I think that was ultimately what got Georgia. They didn't have enough time to round the bases and enjoy the great moments of their postseason.
That was just one. That was just one guy.
No. No.
You're acting like Oklahoma's guy last night didn't pimp that home run. I think the dude threw the bat into the 3rd row.
The great souvenir.
It was a great swing. He hit it out of the ballpark in about 2 seconds. That was a sweet lefty swing and just pounded that ball. And then you saw him pimp it, then run for a second because he wasn't sure he was going to get over, and then throw his bat and pimp it. Loved it.
Okay.
That's how I do it.
All right. We will ask the question via social. We'll continue asking you. 800-239-9569. Back with more next on Jocks.
Go inside Jocks 94.5 on Jocks TV. Morning Jocks, Mac and Cube, and 3-Man Front video simulcasts are presented by Bill Smith Buick GMC and Game Day Men's Health. Watch on the Jocks mobile app and YouTube by searching Jocks 94.5 TV.
Welcome back in. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning, 727, Tuesday, June 23rd here on Jocks. Do you believe the crown champion of any sport is the best team in that sport? You good with that one, John?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay. Richard Poff tweets in, who is the best team in 2011 between LSU and Alabama? Alabama. They won the national championship game. which is when all the chips were in the middle of the table.
I would
All the marbles were out of the jar.
I would also point to the first game where I don't remember it specifically like line by line, but I feel like Alabama absolutely outplayed them in that game. Missed a bunch of field goals, moved the ball better, threw a pick in the end zone.
I feel a recurring theme here. How many phases of the game?
There are 3.
Also, a punt hit the wire of the Skycam, which is totally not fair.
That's good to know.
Totally not fair.
I was worried about that, so it's good to know.
Michael Kirby tweets in 1983 NC State Wolfpack was not the best team. Clyde Drexler, Akeem Olajuwon led Houston Cougars way better, but NC State won a buzzer beater to win the national championship. Sounds to me like Houston had better players.
Yes.
Maybe more talent.
Better collection of
but
talent.
We're not the best team because they did not win the game. See, I've made a mistake this entire time. Call me crazy. I thought the goal was to win the game.
You play to win the game.
I did not know the goal was how many players can you have in your uniform that fans reference as elite. I didn't see it, and I'm just learning this, that's how you're good.
At some point, you're going to figure it out because you'll see that whoever has the most 4- and 5-star guys is actually the best team and has the best roster. You don't just
Which totally explains Clemson last year.
You don't just watch the guys. You don't just watch the guys and watch and see if they actually are 5 stars. No, you have the best roster if you have 4- and 5-star guys.
I need people telling me
this
how they did in high school. How many 5 and 4 stars has USC been racking up the last few years?
A bunch.
Wait, hang on a second. What does that have to do with anything?
You just said if you have all the 4 and 5 stars, you're the best team. They haven't been the best team. They've gotten a lot of 4 and 5 stars the last few years. How many 5 stars has A&M signed the last 6-7 years?
I know in 2022 they had the most.
I think they have the most
ever
committed right now.
I think it was literally the greatest recruiting class in the history of recruiting classes ever of all time.
And they went 5 and 7.
Okay, unnecessary.
But I mean,
unnecessary.
That is true.
He also says Alabama, Georgia, 2021. Any given day tournament, so many variables can jump in and play a factor.
1,000%. Like we told you in the 2021 game, it's a great example. Like Cole and I both thought Georgia was going to win that game going away, and Bryce Young went off. He was amazing. And Georgia made a couple mistakes, and next thing you know, you're cooking with gas.
What about the SEC championship game? Was it 2 years ago when Alabama bullied a team that we had not seen be bullied in 5 or 6 years?
Yeah, been a minute.
But I do think this one a little bit different than that. I mean, Oklahoma just beat North Carolina twice.
I'm not saying that Oklahoma's not an unbelievable team and didn't play incredibly well down the stretch. I'm just saying I don't know if they were the best team in college baseball. They finished the best. They ended up playing tremendous in the postseason. But from start to finish, baseball is a little different than football too, because you get more cracks at it. And you have to prove your best because you have to play over multiple days. Like if you were to stretch out, for example, Appalachian State against Michigan, and App State had to play with them, that game lasted 3 days like a cricket match. It'd be a little different.
Theo Munger tweets in respect to OU, they got hot at the right time. See, I feel like that is disrespectful.
No, I think it's the ultimate.
I'm just telling you my opinion on it, though.
Acknowledgement of quality.
This is the ultimate knowledge of quality would be you are the national champion. You're the best team. That's what the ultimate would be. He says this is the difference between tournament sports and non-tournament sports. This is why college football should not be a tournament sport. Well, then we would debate teams that didn't even play for it and who was the best.
Yeah.
If that were the case. Which some say is better. Some like that more.
Sounds like he's a BCS guy.
Big BCS guy.
Not even that.
AP
BCS, they played each other.
AP coaches poll guy.
Yeah.
Greg Skipboard tweets in, the best team doesn't always win it all, but I do believe that the coach that wins a championship in any sport should be coach of the year.
No.
It's harder to win it all than to take a dumpster fire and make them mediocre. Oh, I'm not sure I agree with that either.
I'm not sure I understand.
The context of both don't necessarily go together.
No.
Right.
But I guess the question you would take out of that is, what is more difficult? To win a national championship with one of what you consider to be the best teams in that sport going in, or take one of the worst teams in that sport and make them bowl eligible? With where college football is right now, if you're talking about that sport, I don't think that's close. It's taking one of the worst teams.
So you're referring to, I guess I disagree. Like, to me, coach of the year is the guy that gets the most out of his team.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, based on your, and guess what? Like, coach of the year, the way you recruit should factor into coach of the year. Like, if you recruit really well and you're allowing your team to go and reach its potential, like, you deserve immense credit for that.
Sure.
So I think it's a little different in college football.
That was like multiple context points in, I think, one answer. It was a little tough to sort of look at it there. He also says the 72 Dolphins were the best team and won the Super Bowl, but they were an outlier. No, because Indiana just did it last year.
I think most of the time in the NFL, I feel like the best team wins. It's not often in the NFL that I can recall. There might be a time or two in the playoffs where there's an upset for sure.
Eli Manning's whole.
Well, yeah,
Didn't a lot of people believe the Rams were the best team in the postseason last year?
No, I think a lot of people thought it was either the Rams or Seattle. I think a lot of people thought when they played that were the two best teams.
Yeah.
Then when Denver and Bo Nix got hurt, that was kind of everyone kind of rallied around that idea, which I understood.
But I also don't think a lot of people have this argument in the NFL. Whether there was maybe other than Damian brings up an example of how many teams have made it to the Super Bowl undefeated? Like 3? And one of them has won it? So
No, I think 2.
So
it's just 70.
That's why I think that is such a outlier conversation, is that we never see that. And that's where people would say, well, it'd be one of the better arguments because you didn't lose a game until that game.
Yeah.
But you also didn't get it done in that game, which is part of being a great team.
No question.
Winning it in that game.
No question. But also at the same time, I think in the NFL and in pro sports in general, the gap between the best and the second best is not nearly as much as the gap in college football and or the gap in college athletics in general. Like, oftentimes the gap is pretty dang narrow in pros, especially the NFL. Especially the NFL.
Yeah.
But college, it's like, man, there's a big gap there.
Well, the first thing I thought of when he said non-tournament sports, my initial thought was, what sports are not tournament anymore?
Gosh, they all kind of are. You're right.
I mean, I
feel a lot of truth there.
Yeah, I feel like we're all tournament sports now. I don't feel like there are any like just one-offs qualified by winning division, whatever it is. It's not even a real thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm trying to think of like what wouldn't be a tournament sport. I mean, they all kind of are.
Yeah.
I think baseball is especially difficult though, like in all seriousness, because you just got to beat teams over the course of multiple days. Like and that's why I don't like it's in baseball, softball, what have you. You have to beat teams multiple days. That's why I don't love and this maybe is sour grapes as an Alabama fan. I don't love that Alabama had to play Texas Tech twice in one day. You know what I mean? Because on one day, you could just not be your best for whatever reason in baseball. It's a feel sport. Like, for example, the way the ball's coming out of your hands, the way your pitcher's manipulating the laces, the movement, the spin. Just some days you got it, some days you don't. It's weird. You wake up one day and it's like, I don't know how to swing the bat. I don't know why that is. Same thing in golf, same thing in a handful. That's why golf tournaments are decided over the course of 4 days. You know, it's because it's the guy that's the best for a 4-day period. Baseball is kind of that way. That's why I love pro baseball's postseason, because you get 7 games with a day off in between to determine who the best team is. And that's why college baseball, I think, is really unique and interesting, because you have 1 day in some cases, 2 days in some cases to prove that you're the best team. And in an outlier case, 3 days, like you get in the College World Series Championship Series. So
where are you on the World Cup where they have 15 days off in between games?
Well, don't you know that these guys run 9 miles a game?
Got to recover.
And all the injuries that they have. It's amazing how you can break a leg and come back and play the next week. Guys are tough as nails. Love it.
All right, so we'll continue.
I am enjoying the World Cup, by the way. I had it on, like you said yesterday. I had it on the background yesterday.
No, it has become the sort of background viewing sport.
I love it
in our house right now.
No idea what's going on, but loving every second of it.
Yeah, it's been entertaining to say the least. And Croatia plays today, so after losing their first match. Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, We'll get better. We're getting there. We're
You
trying.
better.
We're working on it. Tell our listeners about Canty, though. They can work on things.
Well, they
for
can
you.
fix it. That's one thing that they can definitely do. I'm not sure they can fix Croatia and their attack or their defense or wherever it was that
We
you
don't need fixing.
struggled. But I do know this. Canty can fix it. Just about anything when it comes to your foundation, your crawl space. They can waterproof your foundation, which we all need right now, given the water that's been coming like crazy the last few weeks. They also have a poly-level solution that can repair cracks and things like that without without the cost of a full replacement. I mean, it's a good solution that is more economical and it looks great as well and not nearly as destructive. So call them and ask them about that. They can do free estimates. They can do free visits, estimates, and check everything out and an inspection as well. And their work is backed by lifetime transferable warranties. So call Canty today at 205-509-3991 or go online at Canty, Cantey, Can Fix It. That's Canty, canfixit.com.
All right, some other massive news in the world of sports with the sport that we don't spend a ton of time talking about, but I do want to discuss is the juice worth the squeeze, something that we have talked about in college football, specifically with Texas Tech and Brennan Sorsby. We'll get to that next right here on Jocks.
The capital of the sports talk nation. This is Jocks 94.5 and JocksFM.com. Birmingham.
All right, welcome back in. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning. Is the national champion of any sport the best team in that sport? 800-239-9569. Text in 205-834-9450. We got Tim Stevens coming up at 8 o'clock on what he believes is going to be the reason for the big divide in college football. Craig Halbert's going to talk recruiting at 8:30. And then we have a very interesting football discussion coming up after that, mainly in the 9 o'clock hour. We'll get to that then. We mentioned that Oklahoma wins a national championship in baseball, so they'll get that ring, and it's more than rings that you can chase at Bromberg's, Greg.
Well, Bromberg's the best. They've been serving this community for nearly 200 years. It's so great, and I'm always so grateful to the experience I get when I go and see the smiling faces, the friendly faces at Bromberg's in Mountain Brook Village. I always go over there, take care of things. And one thing that I always appreciate, too, is that they have exclusivity of a lot of different things. I mean, they're an authorized retailer of Rolex. They're an authorized retailer of a handful of other incredible brands. But they are the only place here in Birmingham where you can get David Yurman jewelry as an authorized retailer. They have a decades-long relationship with the brand. They got iconic designs for men and women. Take that with 190 years of expertise, and it's a shopping experience you can trust. So visit Bromberg's in Mountain Brook or at the Summit and discover David Yurman exclusively at Bromberg's.
All right. We mentioned before we went to break a sport that we don't spend a ton of time on. And I feel like we need to break it down to the extent of who got the best of it, what it's going to mean long term. But the Milwaukee Bucks are trading Giannis to the Miami Heat. They will also add Bobby Portis to that trade for, and this is the question that I want to debate here, because we talked about this a little bit with Texas Tech and Sorsby. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth it? A little bit different context, but I think it's an interesting context here of just conversation. Is it worth it in general? Tyler Hero, Kettle Ware, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Kasparis Jacionis, 3 first-round picks, including number 13, 1 pick swap, and 1 second-rounder. So 4 draft picks, 1, 2, 3, 4 other players, and 1 pick swap for 2 players. Worth it, yes or no?
In my opinion, no.
Say, Bear?
At this point in Giannis's career, hell no.
For which side? Not worth it for the Bucks? Or
For the Heat. For the Bucks, oh yeah, you take that. You've got that gives you a pretty stacked roster, and there's a couple of those players like Tyler Hero you can turn around and flip to Detroit or something like that. And
well, also,
3 first rounds,
yeah. I mean, you haven't won a title with him.
Yeah.
And he wants out.
And he's injury prone.
Yeah, I think if you're asking, here we go, being first take. I didn't know we were going to do that today.
Oh, boy.
The winner of the trade is, I would probably say Milwaukee.
It's 100% Milwaukee.
I agree.
3 first-round picks. Is this bordering on the Ricky Williams trade with Ditka?
I don't remember the specifics of the Ricky Williams trade. All I know is it was a lot.
It was their whole draft that year and a first and maybe third the next year.
It was
Ricky.
a lot.
Yeah.
Here's what I would say about it. Few things.
Like,
one,
the Saints packed up and went home.
Yep.
Like literally from their war rooms, they just closed
We're
it
good,
down.
guys. Let's call it a day.
We're done.
bye, guys. It's a great
marks.
run. Giannis did win a championship in 2021. All right. He did win the MVP in 2021 in that finals run.
Correct.
He's won the MVP of the league twice in 2019 and 2020. So it has been a minute.
I think what I meant to say is they're not winning a title. With
Correct.
him. No.
Not going forward.
Yeah.
We're totally on the same page there. So here's a couple takeaways here. Giannis is 31 years old. Guys are now, and I don't know Giannis's long-term goals if he wants to play until his 40s, but we have seen with LeBron, I'm not suggesting he plays till he's 42 years old. I don't think that's likely. But if you can get 5 more good years out of him, win 1 more championship, the guy that was the architect behind this trade for Miami is who? Pat Riley. Pat Riley's 81 years old.
Ooh.
81 years old. I'm at the end of my illustrious career in basketball. I'm the architect of a number of championships. Tons. The guy has been incredible for a very, very long time. He has won 5 championships as a head coach. He has won multiple championships as an executive in 2012 and 2013. Of course, that was the dream team, whatever they were calling it, Big Three era. All right, so the guy's got 8 rings. If he can get one more as an executive with a totally different cast, it further solidifies him as an all-time great. Not that he needs any more solidification.
He's a Hall of Famer.
It's already done.
He's
already in.
Facets.
It's already in. But to do it in 3 different phases, to be an incredible player, then transition to becoming an incredible coach, and then transition to becoming an incredible, absolutely incredible
front
executive.
Office. Yeah.
That's rare air. So I think this is my last push, the last dance, if you will, my last push to go get 1 more. And I don't really blame him for going all in. And if you have to mortgage the future of the organization to go get 1 more, you probably do it at 81 years old.
Burn it all down. The Saints traded their 1st round, 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round, 6th round, 7th round picks in the 1999 NFL draft and their 1st and 3rd round picks in the 2000 draft to the Redskins for the 5th overall pick to take Ricky Williams, who was an amazing player in college. I would say the Redskins won that trade. 1st, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 1st, 3rd. Yeah.
Saints still won a championship before them. Despite all of that head start.
Yeah, but they had Dan Snyder. So
okay, that
doesn't count.
Not fair.
But seriously, think about that. Like, if you were 81 years old, would you care about the 1st round pick in 2033?
Probably not.
I wouldn't care. I'll be 87 years old when we make that pick.
Oh, but also your job is you're brought in to win titles.
Yeah, but you also have a responsibility. Look at the Los Angeles Rams this past year in the NFL draft. Like, you have a responsibility to the organization to look beyond the immediate future. You have to be responsible and have a number of different cases involved in a bunch of different, Monte Carlo scenarios that could happen. Like, you have to be able to look beyond the near term and put the organization in the best position long term. You're essentially a fiduciary. Like, yeah, if your financial advisor said, hey, we're going to put a lot of money in, we're going to take all your money and we're going to put it in boom or bust stocks right now. We're going to put it all in crypto. Well, how would you feel about that, John? Do you feel good about it?
We know you would feel.
I wouldn't feel good about it.
Depends on the one.
You love crypto.
I love and I dabble. I'm not investing my whole future in crypto.
I get it. Nobody wants to see the long-term future in jeopardy, but there are a lot of fans out there that would say, I'll risk it for a title now.
You say that, and then you don't get that title, and you've sold the farm in hopes of getting that title.
People are mad.
And then in 5 years, you're out of the job.
It's totally fair.
But I don't think Pat Riley cares.
All right, so interesting as to kind of who won that trade, who didn't win that trade. We have some more recruiting news.
You haven't told us who you think won yet.
Yeah, I did.
You said Milwaukee.
Bucks.
For sure. Yeah, 100%. We're all on the same page.
Yeah. We have an interesting tweet about it that I'll read when we come back. We'll see if that changes our opinions. Next, right here on Jocks.
Go inside Jocks 94.5 on Jocks TV. Morning Jocks, Mac and Cube, three-man front video simulcasts are presented by Bill Smith Buick GMC and Game Day Men's Health. Watch on the Jocks mobile app and YouTube by searching Jocks 94.5 TV.
Stursky tweets into the show at 7:54, Tuesday, June 23rd. Check out that Mikal Bridges trade that turned into a ring for the Knicks. I think it'll do the same for Miami. The Knicks received Mikal Bridges and a 2026 second-round pick. The Nets received Bojan Bogdanovic, Shake Milton, Magmati Diakite, 4 unprotected first-round picks, 1 protected first-round pick. That was via the Bucks, by the way, and 1 unprotected pick swap in 2028 and a 2025 second-round pick. So. Also, a little bit different context that you got 2 guys back together that would eventually turn into 3 guys together that won a NCAA championship together. Now, we don't know if they were the best team that year, Villanova.
Here we go.
But they did win a national championship.
Here we go.
Just like the Knicks may not be the best team in the NBA last year, but they did win a world championship.
Is the person or the team who loses in the championship game, are they the second best team?
No.
Whoa.
Well, how? They would have if
Did they have the second most wins?
Well, it didn't matter. If they would have won, they would have been the best team.
Did they have the second most talent?
Therefore, it should have been the second best, right?
I love these circles we're running in today. This hamster wheel that we're on.
Get your cardio in.
Better team last year. Who you taking?
Who? Knicks or Nets?
No. Let's say best team last year. Better team.
In what sport?
College football. I'm about to ask you.
Oh.
Ohio State or Ole Miss? Ohio State or Oregon?
I'd probably take Ole Miss.
You take Ole Miss over Ohio State?
And Oregon.
Okay. What about Ohio State?
Over Oregon? Probably.
Okay.
This is McElroy and Cubelic in the morning.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
Square up.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's Andre Berto, 2-time world champion. I fought. I loved it. I really wanted to do that sit down from a fighter's perspective. My G. What's going on? Caleb Platts. What's going on, my boy? Now you got a chance to really draw in your audience, to let them see who you are.
I've had to have a lot of internal talks to say, do I even want to carry on?
As fighters, we know what time it is. Like I think the time is now.
Square up.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform. Let's go.
Full Send Golf, part of the Full Send podcast.
All right, the Full Send Golf channel. I was like, let's go to the range. Then fell in love with it.
This pod is about to be crazy. I don't even know what's going to happen.
Join the party on the golf course.
You guys know how much I really, really love golf.
All right, Salim, we got 2 putts to break 80 here. Get it there, right? You wouldn't want it any other way, brother.
These are the ones we practice.
Go.
Yeah!
Oh, let's go.
Let's go! 80s book. Yeah, even though it's from the Reds.
It's just like a boy's scrap.
Full Send Golf. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Hey there, I'm Paula Pan. How do I save money? Most people give you the cliche answer, stop buying avocado toast. But they're missing the point. Saving tactics usually focus on discretionary spending. If you want to actually move the needle, you have to look at your fixed costs, your rent, your mortgage, your car payment. To change these, you might have to move or sell your car, and that's why people don't do it. If you want small wins, focus on the avocado toast. But if you want meaningful change, focus on the fixed costs. Afford anything. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.